I want to talk about any of us could die anytime, any place, anywhere with no justification for it. It's just a happening. You can see a situation that you come into, and before it strikes you, know you've got a feeling deep within. I'm talking very directly. This is the end of my life. This is the end of my meaning. This is the end of my existence. No matter how old you are, you're never too young to die. Instantly, without any rhyme or reason. It shouldn't have happened, but it did. It's the old thing that somebody does something and you say, he could have done different. I don't know why he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Maybe he should have. Shoulds don't exist. He does what he wants to do. It happened. Deal with it. But he could have done different. I mean, he had the opportunity to do different. He didn't do it. I was expecting him to come through for me. He promised. And he didn't do it. But it didn't happen. He could have. He should have. He would have helped me so much. He said he would do it. He promised he would do it. But he didn't. And that's the reality you have to face. There's so many, but he didn't. He promised. There's no entitlement. The only way to make sure that a man or a woman will do what they say they're going to do is you need leverage. You need leverage. The lawyer works to get his opponent armed to the breaking point, then make demand. He does it with argument, with evidence, a preponderance of argument and evidence, and makes it so logical, so reasonable for the jury to see it his way. And he has to have that's what you're paying the lawyer, $1,000 for a good lawyer. $1,000 an hour. You understand that? If they say and do the right thing, they deserve that kind of money. As simple as that. I'm talking about, of course, a big difficulty that's highly litigious. Of course I'm talking about that. And you got to realize, when I see my opponent out there, the first thing I ask myself is, where am I vulnerable? In my appearance, in my posture, in my expression? Where am I vulnerable? And what can he do to hurt me? And when I say hurt me, I mean, of course, physically, but I mean litigiously. Where am I vulnerable? You have to know when to shut up, say what you need to say, and then disappear. Say it quickly. Nobody has time for a long story. You got to train yourself over and over again to say what you need to say and say it quickly. Come to the point. Don't give me a long story. Come to the point. So what do you want? So make your demand is really what. Perform it. Make your demand. What are you asking for? No. What are you asking for here and now? You don't get it if you don't ask for it. In clear, distinct, adamant terms. And you talk with a powerful voice. If you're soft-spoken, you have to practice speaking much, much louder. And you have to be able to think fast on your feet. And it all comes down to you are knowing the reality of yourself. Chris Cuomo does a good job as a stoic saying that. And then deal with that reality. Everybody's reality is different. Chris Cuomo goes 6'2", 6'1 and a half. I'm 5'2", and he's nearly a foot taller than me. And nearly 30 years younger. I'm pushing 81. You got to understand that. I'm an old man. So you're hearing a lot of this from the perspective of an old man who can go back and put my mind and put my body into a fantasy, a projection, via self-hypnosis, a directed age regression experience into when I was a young man. But when I come back, I have to come back right. When I was a young man, I was under 5 feet. In grade school, one of the shortest in the class, Kleinman, the little man. You see, And I have to go back to that individual. What does he think? What does he feel? I use pictures. I use everything. See, when I come in, you got all of me. When I come in, you got all of me. And I'm like a pit bull with the facts. I go for clarity. If there's any more questions, if there's anything more, I am always guaranteed the last man standing. I will stay with a man. I will listen to him. Even if he's my worst critic, I don't care. As long as he talks to me like a man. All I demand from a man is mano a mano. You treat me with respect. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what the criticism. I don't care what you bring it on. I treat you the same way. This is a discussion. I thought we're here to discuss something. This is philosophy. We're not here to filibuster. We're not here to evade anything. We're here for clarity. We're here to own what we say completely, own how we behave, and be able more and more skilled at listening to yourself. The great Fritz Perls, Gestalt, said it. I died my own death. I died my own death daily. I write my own epitaph daily. And I'm totally responsible daily in the now. Now is power. Now is clarity. Now is reality. Now is probative. Now is what has to be dealt with. You can't evade the now. You can't run away from the now. Now is what it is. Own it. Respect it. Deal with it. Know who you are. Know what you want. Why are you here? Why did you show up? What do you want? Don't say it. Do it. Show me. Then do it now. You got something, then do it now. No. Tomorrow, too late. If you say something, do it. You say you're going to be here, come early. Don't come fashionably. I hate some individual, because he has a title, a doctor, whatever it could be, is fashionably late. Very bad. If you don't come early, I like to come early, peruse the situation, drink a nice cup of coffee, have a nice cheese Danish from Manhattan, Lindy's, good cheesecake, and take my time, get settled into the environment, get relaxed, give myself the positive suggestions if I have the ability to self-hypnotize for relaxation. Go over in my mind's eye what I need to do, what I'm going to confront and encounter. Worst case scenario. I always go to the worst case scenario. If this and this happens, how am I going to handle it? A good thing to do is when you're riding in a trolley, in a tram, or wherever the hell you are, look around you. If this social performer were to confront and encounter me, what would I do? What would I say? How would I hold myself? What would my posture be like? And do it scenarios over and over again so it becomes a way of life. What am I talking about? Sizing up your opponent, sizing up the situation, being aware. Awareness is power. That's where self-helpless comes in. Focus, awareness. You can only be totally aware if you are completely relaxed. So you can take in what's around you with the peripheral vision, and you have a feeling. And women are very good at that. The inner radar, I call it, to size up the situation, is a very, very important trait. It has nothing to do with storytelling or anything that Tony Robbins does. Nothing to do with that at all. You don't need a Tony Robbins with those banana hands reaching into your face, 6'7", leaning into you. You don't need that pep talk. I give myself my own pep talk. I am my own hero to myself. It took me a lifetime to understand that. I am my own hero to myself. I know how to give myself the pep talks. I am self-contained, self-sustained, self-motivating, self-starting, and I take full and complete responsibility for whatever happens in a situation. I let it happen. It wouldn't have happened if I didn't let it happen. How do I let it happen? By not asserting myself. By letting somebody get away with something and I didn't stop them dead in their tracks. Like a Bill O'Reilly. He's pontificating, pointing the finger at me like this, and I didn't stop him. Or Mark Levin. He's very aggressively, insultingly talking, condescendingly talking, and I didn't stop him. Then I'm responsible for it. It's not Levin's fault. Everybody wants to listen to me and hear this well. Everybody's looking for a patsy. Everybody wants to get the other guy to slip on the banana peel and laugh. But what if it's you? What if you slip on that damn banana peel and get busted up? Suppose it's you. Suppose we turn everything around and it's you that slips on the banana peel, not me. What would that be like? I'll tell a man that who tries to get cute with me like that. You have to be able to read a man. And you're not only talking to the man, you're talking to what's behind the man. What do I mean by that? You're talking about the spirit of the man. And I don't mean in a religious sense. Nothing that I'm saying I mean in a religious sense. Keep religion, that's for Sunday. Keep that out of the discussion. Keep your ethics and morality and traditional values out of the discussion, because that garbage was shown to be inaccurate 50 years ago. Sexual revolution was shown to be garbage. It was garbage when it was proposed in the old Father Knows Best days. Leave It to Beaver, Ozzie and Harriet, Rick Nelson. It was phony then, and it's even more phony today when we have exposed all the danger of that type of traditional value, that type of judgment. Nobody has Marcus Welby, Father Knows Best, the perfect father, or Ward Beaver, the father of the beaver. Nobody's like that. No, nobody's like that. It's a cold, hard, real world out there, and I represent the cold, hard, miserable judging. Take a walk with me in New York City. Take a walk with me on a cold winter night. The wind's cutting through you. It's changing direction. 20 miles an hour. You understand? Blowing into you, driving in you. Take a walk with me down those streets of broken dreams. And that mask will start to drip off your face. You'll feel the mask leaving your face. You'll feel the end of all your rationalizations, all your justifications for your existence, all the phony imageries you've used, all the phony opinion you have of yourself that doesn't hold up to very, very probing investigation or interrogation like I can give a man. On a cold winter night, sit on the bench with me by Central Park, right downstairs for Trump International, right there, and spend the night. Spend the night. We'll see how you come up in the morning time. If you want to go to there's no toilets available late that night, you got to go into Central Park and do what you have to do. And of course, it's very dangerous. And you got to sleep on the bench. Try to get warm the best way you can. That's all. And it's like if you're in Vietnam, you have to be alert to anything. If you close your eyes, you're on that park bench alone, you can lose your life. Some idiot, some clown, some low-life maggot, just for the fun of it, can set a homeless man on fire or beat him. Just for the fun of it. Are you ready for that? There are these maggots. There are these disgusting, horrible individuals like that. Just by nature. Of course, it's an exception. But in a situation like that, it's a long night. You never know what can happen. That's the truth of it. You never know when your life can be ended in a horrific way. That's the truth of what I'm saying. Bottom line. If you're living in your car, I'd rather see a man living in his car than living on the streets. But you're vulnerable. Anybody can break in. Anybody can violate your privacy. Anybody can hurt you. You're trapped in that car. You understand? You have to understand what it is to be in that position. Put yourself, when you talk to me, put yourself in that position. I'll put you in that position to where you're vulnerable, to where you're frightened, to where you're isolated to yourself. It's the end of your rationalizations, your justifications, ends right here and now. You are what you are, and I'm good at exposing that. You are what you are. So what can I be what you are? What can I be what you are? Do what you are. Let's find out who you are. It's about time you found out who you are. If you don't admit it, I'll prove it to you. I'll show you who you are. And I'll do it under situations of extremity, of discomfort. That's what I'm talking about. Nobody lies to me then. Nobody wears a mask under those conditions. It's very important for a man to assert his rights. You don't have rights if nobody can do it for you. There's no good Samaritan. There's no heroes. You're your own hero. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody has the time unless you give them a lot of money. And when I say a lot of money, I mean a lot of money. There's no guarantee. There's always a disclaimer. Always a disclaimer. You got to Mark Levin. Blah, 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 blah. Results vary. After do this, guarantee. Results may vary. No guarantee. See a professional. You ready for that? There's always that legal disclaimer. But it's smuggled in. It's smuggled in. Look for the legal disclaimer. Always look for the legal disclaimer. Something that is too good to be true is not true. Definitively not true. It has a lot of and it's your job to be able to find the holes. What are the things that are hidden? What's he hiding from me by what he's saying? What's behind what the promise? You got to negotiate, you got to deal, and you got to keep opening your opponent up. Keep exposing him. But you can only do that if you ask yourself the tough card questions. Where am I vulnerable? What do I look like out there as I walk in the street and see my reflection in the store window mirror, store glass? My height, my appearance, and everything. You get a comparison of yourself with the other social performers. Then you understand. Then the what's the word I'm looking for? Then the confidence erosion begins. You started a day, you were very confident. I saw my image in the mirror, and I was horrified by what I saw. I saw a small man, short man, looking back at me, has no proportions, who's short and dumpy, who can be hit and attacked on that basis. And I keep on confronting that. Keep on confronting it in my mind so that when it actually happens in reality, I'm ready to deal with it. It's not a surprise because I've heard it, I've practiced it before. It become a mindset. Has to be a mindset. And again, you must realize, when you go out there, you're going to be hurt. There's no way you're going to come out unscathed. You don't worry about what your opponent's going to do. You're very focused on what you're going to do to him, and then you proceed to do it. Don't give a damn what he's going to do to me. I'll find out what he's going to do to me when I do what I'm going to do to him. I'm going to get hurt. There's no way to get around that. You're going to get hurt. Same thing with a woman, a crime scene number one, when she's in a situation of a power rape. She's got to realize, a crime scene number one, she's got to fight back, buy whatever. She's going to get hurt. She'll never be the same anymore. Her face may be destroyed, but she'll be alive. You'll no longer be beautiful anymore in a situation like that. You punched in the face will break up. When the attacker punches that woman right in the face will break up. And she's got to keep yelling, screaming, keep fighting through that. Realizing if she was beautiful before, quote unquote, she's not going to be beautiful after this. But she'll be alive. That's the bottom line. If you can overcome and get it in your mindset that you're going to be hurt, nobody knows how bad you're going to be hurt. But your best chance is crime scene number one, not crime scene number two. Fight back. Yell, scream, bite, gnaw. Go for the eyes. Go for the throat. Go for anything. Rip, tear. But you got to fight back. Crime scene number one. You're going to get hurt, and hurt bad, but you'll be alive. You won't be beautiful anymore. I'm talking to the women. You won't be beautiful anymore. You won't be gorgeous anymore. If you were beautiful before, whatever, you're not going to be beautiful now. You're going to know what it is to be plain. And to be, yes, I'm going to say it to you, ugly. And you have to live with that reality, but you'll be alive. That's the point. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking stark. I'm talking direct. I'm talking cold, hard reality. When you talk to me, that's the world I deal in. That's the world. When you come to philosophy class, that's what you're going to see in philosophy class. If you're coming here to jive and shuck, get the hell out of here. We don't have time for this. If you come in there with attitude like O'Reilly and you think you're right, get the hell out of here, O'Reilly. Take your 6'4" pompous presentation and get right out on the high horse. Get on your high horse, O'Reilly, and ride the hell out of here. That's what I tell a bum like that. And to Mark Levin, shut up, Levin. Knock off the sensational, exploitive language, Mark Levin. Calm the hell down, Levin. Don't yell at me, Levin. Don't educate me, because I'm going to educate you right back, Levin. That's what I tell a man. And a joker like Tucker Carlson, get the hell out of here, you laughing fool, you giggling fool. Ben Shapiro is nothing but a punk. Get lost, you lousy punk. You fake strong man, you lousy punk. Get the hell. That's what I would tell a man. That's what I would tell a man. If he insults my intelligence, I'd put a stop to him right then and there. Don't let it build up. Tomorrow's too late. You got the evidence right in front of you right now. Take care of it.